Life is a very complex puzzle. It's like a ring of keys. And you go out there each and every day with them ring of keys and trying to unlock doors to make your life better. You come to a door and you got all them keys and you got to figure out which one actually unlocks that particular door. Now we're going to come to some doors that we don't have the key to. That's the kind of doors that you need to leave alone. You were not meant to go through that door at this given time in life. You may have to go unlock another door to find a key in there to go back to that door that you did not have a key to get in, to get to that next place in your life. There are also going to be doors that you don't have keys to, and you're not going to find keys to that door. It was not meant for you to go there ever. It was never meant for you to go through that door. The problem is some people are so determined to go through that door, regardless if they have the key, the permission, the right to go through that door. They think going through that door is right for their life. But they don't understand there's a reason that they don't need to go through that door. Because as soon as they go through that door, their whole life gets screwed up. Gets all turned upside down. Physically, mentally, financially, it all just gets messed up. But they were determined to do whatever it took to get through that door. Regardless they had the key or the right to go through that door. They want to be selfish and wanted to go through that door regardless what it takes to go through it. Going through life is not to get to a certain place. That's not the only enjoyment there is in life. Yes, you can set goals to get to a certain place in your life, but that is not always the most enjoyable part of life. You got a ring of keys, and you got to open up doors to get to that destination. It's the enjoyment of the journey of getting there that is what is important. Because if you don't enjoy it and you go through the wrong doors, you'll never get to that destination that you set out to go and get to. And just because you have a key to a door does not mean you need to open that door. Just because you have the key and the ability to open a certain door, to get to a certain thing, to do certain acts or whatever it may be, that you feel that you want to do does not mean you need to do or go through that door. It's like when we were younger and Johnny down the street somehow got a pack of cigarettes. And you go hang out with John at the playground in the neighborhood. And he offers you a cigarette. Think it's cool. Well, that's one door you don't need to open. Just because you have the key to get to that playground does not mean you need to open that door. And so many people in this world takes the easy way out. But they all have to pay the consequences of their actions when it's all said and done. Regardless if you're a kid or in high school or you are an adult and making poor decisions and opening the wrong door. Like, oh, I need money. I can go do this and I can get money very easily. Regardless if it's the wrong moral thing to do or even if it's illegal to do. But you think you can get away with it. You think you can take the easy way out and make a few bucks to help yourself out temporarily. But you promise yourself you're not going to do it no more because you know it's wrong. But the next opportunity that comes along and you get into that situation again because you put yourself there, because your acts and decisions that you made put you there again, you find yourself opening that door once again. You need to lock that door and throw away the key. Take the key and put it in that room. Walk out of that room and lock the door behind you so you'll never have that key again. But so many people want to hold on to that key, put it in their back pocket, just in case. Just in case. Knowing it's wrong, but just in case they ever come in a situation that they see that situation and doing that act will help them one more time. I hate seeing people in the world doing things like that. They're getting nowhere. They're hurting themselves, but they're hurting the ones around them, their loved ones. But you can talk to them until you are blue in the face. And they will sound sincere that they will never, ever do it again. But as soon as the opportunity arrives, they're opening up that door once again. Of course, they will say, oh, I know it was the wrong thing to do, but I blah, 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 blah. They tried to come up with some kind of justification to make it look less wrong, to make themselves feel better. But at the end, they're only hurting themselves. Because if they keep doing it, all their friends and all their loved ones will no longer be around. And they'll be all by themselves. I know a few people like that. And I have tried my best to help each and every one that I had the opportunity to help. I mean, I tried to help for years on some, but they will just never grasp the damage that they're doing to themselves. But they keep complaining that their life is all in shambles, all screwed up, going to hell. Bills piling up, bank accounts going in the negative, car falling apart, their kids are not behaving, some still living home with mom because they don't have no choice. It's because they're making the wrong choices. They have people telling them, even their own mother or father, telling them what they're doing wrong and how to fix it, but they don't listen. I try to help them as much as I can. But some of them you just have to wash your hands and move on and just pray for them that someday they will wake up and come back to reality and realize how much damage they have done to themselves and others. It's not easy walking away because you always feel like, well, if I stay, there's something I may be able to do that I haven't tried yet. But we all are only responsible for ourselves. We could try to help others, but they have to try and they have to help themselves before any changes will be done. You can help them all you want. You can talk to them all you want. They'll act like they're listening to you. But until they are willing to change their ways, their life will never change. And it goes for the same for each and every one of us. Same as I. If I don't like the way my life is going, nobody's going to be able to make it change except myself. If I want my life to change and go in a different direction, I have to make changes in my life to make it go in that direction. Because if I keep going on the same path as I'm going, I have no right to complain about how crappy my life is. Nobody does, but so many do. If I want a better job, I'm just going to have to suck it up and give my 2-week notice on this job that I've had for 10, 12 years and go find a better job. If I want a better house, if I want a better RV, I would have to do what it takes to make that happen. If I want, since I'm retired and I want extra money that I want to put in my pocket because I put myself on a budget since I retired. Even though not through the government I'm retired, I retired myself. I don't rely on the government for anything. I don't rely on other people for anything. If I want anything, I do it myself. So I put myself in the position that I can actually retire early. So I have to put myself on a budget. I don't go and do lavish things and buy big expensive things. I don't need them. I really never have done that. I get enjoyment of being around family, traveling, seeing new places. People say, "Oh, you should go to Europe," or I'm like, there's so many places in the United States that I haven't even seen. Why am I going to leave a country when I haven't seen all of it yet? I can drive to basically all the places in the United States. Now, Hawaii will be a problem. Driving there is going to be an issue. But I'll probably leave that one to the last. So I have to start flying. I'll fly to Hawaii, and then I'll start flying to other countries if I get blessed enough and live long enough to do so. But if I want to travel more, I'm going to have to do things that will free up my time so I can travel. If I want more money in my pocket, more than the budget that I put myself on, I've already got things in place that I can do that. I can go Dash or Uber or Instacart. I'm signed up and ready to go. All I got to do is turn the apps on and go. If I want an extra $200 or $300, I'll go 1 or 2 days and make the money, and I got that extra cash. But it's the doors that's going to be good for me to open. I built a room and I've been putting doors on the walls. If I go through that door, it's Uber. If I go through that one, it's Instacart. I know if I go through that door, my life will be just better. I know what's behind the door. I don't open doors just because it's convenient and it's a temporary instant gratification. Something very easy just to finance my needs, regardless of what it may be. Knowing it's wrong, knowing it shouldn't be done, definitely illegal, but people out there that is willing to take that risk, and that sometimes been doing it for so long and almost lose their life for doing it. Them kind of people, you can talk, like I said, talk until you're blue in your face, and they will never listen. Yeah, they may straighten up for a little bit, be a straight arrow, they say. But as soon as the first opportunity comes along, when they are in another struggle that they have put themselves in the first place, they will justify doing that illegal act or opening the door that they should not open, that they know it's wrong, and in some cases illegal. but they know it will possibility fix usually their finance issue they have, and they think they can get away with it because they've got away with it so many times before. That's what criminals say. Well, I can do it because I got away with it last time, and the other time, and the other time. Someday they're going to get caught, and it's going to be their last time. If they can't stop opening that particular door, somebody in higher power is going to come along and make them have no choice but to shut and lock and throw the key away to that door. But they have to learn the hard way sometimes. Life can be easy if you make it that way. Life is what you make it. It don't matter what other people do. It don't matter who's in the office. It don't matter who your boss is, your brothers and sisters. It relies on yourself. You can make your life what you want it to be, regardless. Putting the blame on somebody else is not going to fix the problem. Doing things that temporarily fixes your little issues that you have caused yourself is not going to get you anywhere. But I see so many people do it. It's a real shame that people think they can continue doing things in their life that they know that is wrong, in some cases illegal, so they can just fix a small issue that they have caused themselves in their life. You can help them and show them, teach them how they can get through life and have them issues resolved without opening the door that they've been opening for years. Show them, in a way, kind of hold their hand for a little while you show them the steps, so they actually will see it firsthand how life can be, how nice life can be, how they can get through life, get their bills paid on time by themselves, by doing certain things that's legal to do each and every day. And then you sit back, and after they have realized it can be done, and they do it for a little while, and they go right back in the rut, get tunnel vision, and go back to their old ways of opening the door that got them in trouble in the first place. Then all the things in their life goes to shit. Almost lose their job because they show up late, an hour or more late. Their bank accounts not just get in the negative, but the accounts actually get closed. the bank got fed up with them of going in the negative so much that they like, no, we're just not going to deal with you anymore. We're going to close all your accounts. They had credit cards that they were making payments on and building up their credit, possibly buy a home. And they decided to open that door for just a instant gratification and try to justify why they did it. And all meanwhile, their bank accounts get closed, their car falls apart, credit card bills gets closed, charge off, but still have to pay them. And the credit score goes in the toilet. Not gonna buy a house that way. But they wanted that little bit of gratification by opening that door once again. Then they complain about all their stuff gets turned upside down. And the money they made for doing that little thing gets all blown because they have to throw it into the car falling apart or trying to open up another bank account. It's a real painful thing to see people make their life so miserable when it can be made so wonderful by doing just the right thing. They know what's right and wrong. They're adults. They know and have been taught what it takes to make their life better, mentally, physically, financially, but they're not willing to follow them steps consistently. They always get fed up, get mad about something, and go flying off the handle and go do something they know they shouldn't be doing, but they are so frustrated, upset about whatever it may be that they just cannot stop themselves from going and opening that door. I have learned over my years, when you try to help somebody like that and you see it's going nowhere for however long you try to help them, it's best to wash your hands and tell them goodbye. You don't need it's hard to tell them goodbye, adios, farewell, best wishes, good luck to you. Maybe you'll learn better. Maybe something will come slap you in your face and wake you up, turn your life around. Some do eventually turn around and decide to not have a terrible life anymore, but there's so many out there that will just never, ever change. And they will go to their grave doing all the BS just because they want to and think it's going to help them temporarily to get by. I kind of feel sorry for them because I would never want a life that is that miserable. But there's nothing you can do except tell them and point them in the right direction, and hopefully they'll go that direction. So if you've got anybody in your life that you're trying to help out and get them on the right path, on the right track, but they seem not to listen, regardless of who they may be, even if it's a family member, it don't matter. Because all the time you're wasting your time with them, you can be bettering yourself, bettering your life, enjoying your life, being around people that makes your life better. So learn to know when to say no more. You've got to know when it's time to move on. Because if you don't learn when it's time to move on, you will be stuck in that loop like they are. They'll never get out of the loop, and as long as you're trying to help them, you'll be in the same loop. Don't matter what you do, they'll never get out of the loop, so you'll never get out because they're never going to get out themselves. You have to find that breaking point where you just got to know when it's time to move on. It's not easy. I've done it plenty of times with people that I've tried to help. Some actually decided to take the advice and made their life better. Some never did. And even to this day, I still know where them people are and know that their lives are still the same. Crappy as hell. And they still complaining that they have not gotten anywhere in their life. And they're 40, 50 some years old. People I try to help, 20, 30 years ago. But if you got anybody you're trying to help in your life, know when it's time to move on. We can't help everybody because not everybody is willing to help themselves. And you got to know and realize that they're not going to help themselves and you're wasting your time. And if you made it this far in the video, I want to thank each and every one of you that has. And consider subscribing. It really helps the channel. It costs you nothing, but the value of that is priceless. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.